As he wipes away the condensation on the mirror, Cal Hubbard stands at the luxury hotel suite's bathroom sink and stares at the image he sees. Water drops slide down the mirror's surface, warping the image, changing it every other second. "You deserve to be happy," he says to himself, as his hand goes to his freshly shaved face. "You deserve this." "Cal, who are you talking to?" Alicia Hubbard calls out from the bedroom. "No one, babe," Cal responds. "Just myself." "Okay. Well, when you're done with your after-shower pep talk, can you come here and help me with something?" "Sure, babe. What's up?" "I can't decide which bikini to wear to the pool." "That sounds like quite the problem. You might have to try on everyone you brought." "I brought a dozen." "Well, I guess we'll be here for a while." Alicia laughs from the bedroom, and Cal steps away from the sink. He nods at the partial image of himself in the mirror. He may be in his late 50s, but he stayed in shape. Definitely helps when marrying a woman 15 years his junior. Cal lets his towel drop and walks out of the bathroom naked. His phone, forgotten, sits on the edge of the sink. "Well, what do we have here?" Alicia laughs from the bedroom. "Just showing my enthusiasm for your bikini choices. I'm not wearing one. Even better." Still on the sink, the phone chimes as an app notification blips onto the screen. "A new photo has been added to your digiframe by user Rylan Hubbard." Alicia giggles from the bedroom. Okay, no, seriously," she says. "We have a poolside brunch reservation in 30 minutes. "Plenty of time," Cal replies, sounding like his mouth is full. Another chime from the phone, another notification. "A new photo has been added to your digiframe by user Rylan Hubbard." "Oh wow," Alicia gasps. Then there's a hard slap. No, brunch, Cal, brunch. We are in Bali and I am having brunch by the pool." "Babe, it's our honeymoon, come on." Chime notification. "A new photo has been added to your digiframe by user Rylan Hubbard." "Oh my god, what is that? Who is blowing up your phone?" Alicia grumbles. Wearing only a bright yellow bikini bottom, Alicia storms into the bathroom, looks around, and finds Cal's phone. She snatches it off the sink's edge and reads the notifications. "What the fuck?" Her eyes go wide with fear. She shakes her head, then clears out the notifications from the home screen. "What is it?" Cal asks, appearing at the bathroom door. "Huh? Oh, nothing," Alicia replies, as she enters Cal's code and swipes through his settings. "Just that digital picture frame Tina gave us for our wedding present. I guess it sends a notification every time a new picture is uploaded." "I thought I turned that off," Cal says, and snaps his fingers. "Here, give it to me. I'll change the notification settings." "Already done," Alicia replies, and tosses Cal his phone. He catches it easily and frowns. "You know my code?" Alicia cocks a hip and raises an eyebrow. Cal laughs. "Of course you do." Then the laugh turns into a lecherous grin. "Now, where were we?" "You being cock-blocked by a brunch reservation," Alicia says, and pushes past Cal, her hand caressing his muscled belly as she walks by. "We are going to be late if you don't get dressed now." Okay, Cal whines, following after Alicia. "Which shirt should I wear? The blue and gold Hawaiian with my khaki shorts, or the striped polo with my dark blue shorts?" "And your room number, sir?" the waiter asks Cal. "The bridal suite," Cal says and smiles. "Oh yes, of course, Mr. Hubbard. My mistake. It says that right here." The waiter taps at his handheld, then smiles at Cal and Alicia. "I'll have the mimosas to you right away. The Bloody Marys will take a moment. You are welcome to go ahead and serve yourselves from the buffet when you are ready, or order off the menu when I return." "Thank you," Cal says. The waiter leaves, and Cal smiles across the table at his new wife. "You okay?" he asks, as Alicia stares across the infinity pool and out at the crystal blue waters of the Bali Sea. "Babe, you good?" Alicia asks, without turning to look at Cal. "Are you good? You've been quiet since we left the room?" "Have I?" She turns and smiles at Cal. "Sorry, I think it's still jet lag. The time difference has me all over the place. I feel that, Cal says, and gets up. Where are you going? Alicia asks. The restroom. Back in a second. Alicia smiles as Cal sets his napkin on the table next to his phone. She watches him walk away, admiring his tall silhouette as it disappears around the Poolside bar. Alicia turns to look back out to the sea, but a chime gets her attention. Her eyes land on Cal's phone. A second chime, a third, a fourth, a fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. What the hell is going on? Alicia growls as she reaches across the table and grabs Cal's phone. 12 notifications, all saying, "A new photo has been added to your digiframe by user Rylan Hubbard." How? Alicia asks herself. She goes back into Cal's settings and once more kills the notifications for the picture frame app. Then she pulls out her own phone and sends off a quick text. Hey Tina girl, how's my favourite niece? Oh shit, my stepdaughter now I guess? That's not weird at all. The text whooshes away and she waits. Even with the time difference, Alicia knows her niece, who is strangely now her stepdaughter since she's married Cal, her late sister's husband. Alicia shakes her head at the impossibility of it all. 3 dots begin to wiggle. No, having you as my stepmom now isn't weird at all, Auntie A. The text response says, You and Dad having fun? Never mind, I don't want to know. I'll assume you are, and we'll leave it at that. We're having a great time, sugar. Except for all the notifications from that damn picture frame. LOL. Are you uploading pictures from my sister's old phone? Because your dad is getting notifications with her name on them. Alicia waits, and waits, and waits. Then, no, I haven't touched Mum's phone since the accident. It's still in that box of her stuff in Dad's bedroom closet. Alicia frowns. Weird, okay, never mind. Dad's getting notifications? Yeah. Huh. I'm at my apartment, but I don't have class this week because of exams, so I can swing by the house and see what's going on. The frame may be glitching. Sounds like, thanks. Tell Dad I love him. Love you. You too, boo. Alicia sets her phone down, then picks Cal's back up and swipes until she finds the picture frame app. Her finger hesitates over the app's icon for a second. Then she presses down until it shimmers. The word delete is all in red at the bottom of her small list of choices. Alicia doesn't hesitate this time. She deletes the app and then sets Cal's phone over by his plate. Hey, she says when Cal returns a moment later. That app was acting up again, so I deleted it. So strange, he says, and sits down, picking up his phone automatically. I'll have to check that frame thing when we get home. I texted Tina, and she's swinging by to check on it. Really? Okay. It was her wedding gift to us, so I thought she'd want to know. Yeah, sure. I don't want her to feel bad about giving us a glitchy gift, though. No, she's good. She offered to go to the house and look at it herself. She really doesn't have mimosas, the waiter says, returning with a tray of drinks. And they are on the house since it took me so long. A waitress appears behind him, with a tray filled with 2 Bloody Marys already poured and a pitcher for refills. And these are on the house as well, the waiter says, setting everything on the table. The waitress gives a little bow and walks away as the waiter smiles down at Cal and Alicia. May I get you anything else? Will you be ordering off the menu? No, we'll hit the buffet, Cal says, smiling over at Alicia. Right, babe? Buffet is great. The waiter nods, then walks off. Cal lifts a Bloody Mary. To the most amazing woman I have ever met. At no point did I think after the tragedy of Ryland's death that I would ever find love again. And I sure as hell didn't think it would be with my sister-in-law. But here we are. Love is love, and family is family. I love you, Alicia Hubbard. Alicia Hubbard, that's my name now. I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Alicia lifts her own Bloody Mary. To the man of my dreams, I love you more than words can say. They clink glasses, drink, and smile at each other. Buffet? Cal asks, setting his drink down. Yes, I'm starving. sweat dripping from their skin, with a thin silk sheet covering them. Cal and Alicia lay propped up by pillows in the bridal suite's king bed, their eyes on the incredible view of the water out in the bay. As the moonlight plays across the small rolling waves, Alicia's hand rests on Cal's chest, while his hand slides up and down her hip. "I think she would have wanted this," Cal says, breaking the serene silence. Alicia doesn't respond, and he pats her hip. "Don't you think?" "We've talked about this," Alicia says quietly, her hand moving from Cal's chest to his belly, where she traces the outlines of his abs. "Family was the most important thing to Rylan. I am sure she'd have wanted this for us. I don't just mean for us. I mean for Tina too, for our whole family, our sort of new family." He leans over and kisses the top of Alicia's head. "Thank you for making this happen." "What? What do you mean?" Alicia stiffens. Cal laughs and strokes her hip over and over. "Relax. I'm not saying you were lying in wait or anything. You have just been there for me and Tina since Rylan's fall. And you never stopped being there despite losing a sister and having so much of your own grief and pain. The next thing I knew, I wanted you with me all the time. Forever. That's why I'm thanking you. You never made me feel awkward or strange for falling in love with my dead wife's kid sister." "Who you calling a kid, mister?" Alicia says, and climbs on top of Cal, straddling his waist. "Does this feel like kid stuff to you?" Cal laughs. "If you weren't already on me, I'd say that sounds a little creepy, but you are definitely not a kid." Their mouths come together and barely separate until a few minutes later, when they are once again sweating profusely as the barley breeze blows in through their room's open sliding doors, barely cooling their heat. "Gotta piss," Cal says, and climbs out from under Alicia and out of bed. "Classy," Alicia says with a laugh. She watches him go and smiles. Then she shimmies under the silk sheet and sighs, her entire being content. A chime comes from her phone. She furrows her brow. "I put that on silent," she says to herself. It chimes again. "Oh my God, you stupid phone." Her hand slips out from under the sheet and smacks at the bedside table until she finds her phone. Without looking at it, she flips the switch on the side and puts the phone into silent mode. "Hey babe, I think I'm gonna shower real quick and cool down. Wanna join?" Cal calls from the bathroom. "Maybe in a minute," Alicia replies. "You sure? Give a girl a little bit to catch her breath, tough guy." Cal's laugh echoes out from the bathroom. "Okay, but if you change your mind, you know where I am." Alicia giggles and just lets her body relax. The sound of the shower running, coupled with the far-off waves lapping at the beach, lulls her into a semi-trance. Oh, how she wanted this life. For 23 years, she watched her sister enjoy a career, a husband, a child, wealth, community status, everything. All Alicia could boast was she'd never had an STI, and she made decent money as a graphic designer. No amazing trophy husband, no brilliant, beautiful daughter, no house in the right zip code. Rylan would always tell her that she was 15 years younger, so comparing their lives was stupid. But comparing their lives was all Alicia knew how to do. A flash of her sister's face fills Alicia's mind, and she jolts out of her semi-trance, sitting straight up, the sheet clutched to her chest. A notification chime rings out. Alicia turns slowly toward her phone and can see the notification banner. "I turned you down," she says as the phone chimes again. "What the hell?" She grabs the phone and slides her thumb on the silent switch. It's down. The phone is set to silent. It chimes once more, and Alicia reads the notification. "A new photo has been added to your digiframe by user Rylan Hubbard." Alicia's blood runs cold. She doesn't have the picture frame app installed on her phone yet. Tina put it on Cal's phone, so she didn't bother putting it on hers. With a deep sense of dread clawing at her throat, Alicia unlocks her phone and swipes until she's on the very last screen. A single icon sits there, the digiframe app icon, with a red badge in its corner to indicate that Alicia has 12 notifications waiting. Her finger hovers over the icon. Then the water shuts off in the bathroom, and Alicia shakes her head, forcing the gripping unease that has almost overtaken her into the background of her mind. She shoves it deep, deep down and tosses her phone back onto the bedside table as Cal walks into the bedroom, drying his body with one of the resort's oversized towels. Okay, all sexiness aside, you should go do that. I'm like 100 degrees cooler. He stops drying his body and gives Alicia a concerned look. Hey, you all right? Are those goosebumps? Maybe you don't need a cold shower. You're feeling okay, yeah? Not coming down with some tropical disease, are you? When Alicia doesn't respond, Cal sets the towel on the back of the chair and climbs onto the bed. Eh? Babe, what's wrong? Huh? Oh, nothing. She shivers. Sorry, I was just thinking of Ryland is all. I get it, Cal says and wraps her up in his arms. He scoots them around so they can lean back against the stacked pillows. Alicia wriggles deeper into his arms, and he slowly strokes her head. We all miss her so much, every damn day. Alicia lets herself be held and tries to relax, but she can't help side-eyeing the bedside table where her phone sits, waiting for the chime from the next unwanted notification. The maintenance worker unfolds the step stool, a short, four-rung thing that looks like it's seen better days, and places it under one of the light fixtures that hang from the open bar's ceiling. There's a breeze coming in from the beach, but Alicia still tries to cool the sweat off her skin with the brightly bright blue hand fan the resort provides to all its guests. There's supposed to be a storm coming in this evening, Cal says, and sets 2 drinks down on the table, then plops into the chair next to Alicia's as they face the beach. The bartender says that should cool things down some, although I think he was humouring me more than informing me. But one can hope because this heat is brutal. Alicia doesn't respond, her eyes locked onto the maintenance worker as he changes out the light bulb. Babe, the view is that way. Alicia keeps staring, her eyes slowly drifting down and focusing on the short step stool. Babe! Carl snaps his fingers in front of Alicia's face. Hey, you in there? Slapping his hand away, Alicia purses her lips and looks out at the water. Don't snap your fingers in my face, she says. Jesus, okay, sorry. Alicia sighs and grabs Carl's hand. No, I'm sorry. It's the heat. Like you said, it's brutal. She gives his hand a squeeze, then lets go, turns to him and picks up her drink. Here's to hoping for a storm. Cheers to that. They clink glasses and each take a sip. Then Alicia's focus goes past the rim of her glass, past Cal smiling at her as he sips his drink, past the maintenance worker under the light fixture, past the end of the bar, and lands on a shadowy figure standing close to one of the breezeways that connect the outside bar to the resort's guest wings. The shadow takes a single step forward, and half a face is illuminated by the tropical sunlight. Alicia gasps and drops her drink. Rylan! Oh shit, babe! Cal exclaims, and jumps up as a wave of strawberry daiquiri rushes across the table toward his lap. Then he pauses and frowns at Alicia. Wait, what did you say? That woman! She, Alicia stammers. Cal swivels his head in the direction that Alicia's focusing on. What woman? What are you talking about? Rylan, Alicia whispers. She looked like Rylan. Before Cal can sit down, an attendant hurries over and cleans up the spilled drink. I'll have another made for you right away, the attendant says, and rushes off. Thank you, Cal calls after him, then sits down. He studies Alicia for a moment. Can we talk? Huh? Yes, of course, Alicia says, snapping out of her daze. I know this is a weird situation, and we both love Rylan more than we can express, but you've brought her up a lot on this trip, and I was thinking maybe we take a break from the dead wife/dead sister bummer and enjoy our honeymoon, just the two of us. Yes, of course. I'm sorry. I don't know what's gotten into me. Alicia gives Cal a huge smile. Just the two of us. Just the two of us. The attendant appears with a fresh daiquiri, placing it in front of Alicia. "Enjoy." "Thanks," Alicia says, and sighs at Cal. "I really am sorry. You know how much I love you, right?" "Of course." Alicia leans over and kisses Cal. It's a long, passionate kiss. Someone across the bar even applauds. Without breaking the kiss, Cal holds a thumbs up in the air, and half the bar laughs. When they part, Alicia moves her chair closer to Cal's so she can lay her head on his shoulder. Out over the water, the sun begins its slow descent toward the horizon, turning the sky into a rainbow of purples and oranges and pinks. A chime chirps from Alicia's phone. She almost stiffens, but keeps her cool and reaches out to pick her phone up. "Who is it?" Cal asks. "More stupid notifications," Alicia says. "These phone companies need to get their shit together." On impulse, she turns her phone off, sets it down, then holds out her hand. "Give me yours." "Mine? Why?" "We're turning them off. No more phones for at least 24 hours. 24? Carl laughs. "Can you go that long without checking your Insta? Being here with you and seeing this view is worth more than any algorithm can give me." "Damn, I'd be an asshole if I said no now," Cal responds and powers down his phone. He shows the black screen to Alicia. "Bye-bye phone. It's just me and my wife for 24 hours. Just you and your wife," Alicia says and kisses his neck. "That's me, Cal Hubbard's wife. I couldn't be happier. Same, babe." The step stool sits in the Hubbard living room, empty, waiting under the light fixture by the fireplace for someone to change the burned-out bulb. Alicia wraps her arms around herself and turns in a circle, confused. There's no furniture, not even Cal's favourite chair. The space is completely empty, except for the step stool. Then, slowly, one more item appears. A coffee table. The granite one that Cal used to complain about because he always stubbed his toes on the legs. And with how heavy the piece of furniture was, that meant Cal's toes lost that fight every single time. Then, as Alicia stares, on the corner of the coffee table, a dark red stain appears. The stain becomes a pool of blood, and that blood drips off the edge and onto the beige carpet underneath. "Did you think I'd let you get away with it?" Ryland Hubbard hisses in Alicia's ear. "If you could do that to me, what would you do to my daughter?" "What? Tina? I never heard..." "Hey!" Cal shouts. Alicia comes awake flailing. Large, strong hands fight off her blind attacks, then grab a hold of her arms. "Hey, it's me. Calm down. You were having a bad dream." Alicia looks about the suite and has never been so glad not to see the Hubbard living room. She stops thrashing and takes several deep breaths. "Must have been a bad one," Cal says and wraps his arms around his wife. "You kept saying Tina's name over and over." "I did?" "Yeah. You were saying something else, but I couldn't make out what it was. Something about a stool or pool." Cal's phone rings, and he and Alicia just stare at it. Then Alicia's phone chimes, and they twist and look at that one. "We turn them off," Cal says. "Yeah. What the hell?" Before Alicia can stop him, Cal picks up his phone and looks at the screen. "Hey, speak of the devil, it's Tina. God, I hope everything is okay." "Cal, don't..." Cal answers the phone, and immediately Tina's voice rings out, high and hysterical. Whoa, hold on, sweetie. I can't understand you," Cal exclaims, instantly sliding out of bed to start pacing. "Slow down and tell me what's going on." Alicia waits on the bed. Her phone chimes again, but she doesn't want to pick it up. It chimes again and again, the chimes coming faster and faster until it's just one long note. Alicia snatches up her phone and unlocks it just as Cal says into his phone, "War pictures." Even though she deleted the app, Alicia is not surprised to find the digiframe icon back on her phone's last screen, again with the number 12 mocking her from the red badge. She opens the app. All of the photos from the wedding and from various family outings and fun times that should have been showing in the app are gone. Instead, A dozen new photos stare back at Alicia. "What are you saying?" Cal almost whispers. He stops pacing and looks straight at Alicia. I can't. The first photo Alicia sees is of her sister Rylan, standing on the top step of a short stepladder, reaching up to remove a light bulb from a recessed fixture in the ceiling. She stands on tiptoes and is just barely able to reach it. "No, that can't be true," Cal says, his eyes still on Alicia. Alicia's eyes are on the second picture, the one where she walks into the frame. Then, the third where Rylan stops reaching and looks down on Alicia. The fourth where Rylan looks angry. The fifth where Alicia has her hands thrown up in the air in exasperated anger. The sixth where Rylan is pointing down at Alicia and shouting. The seventh where Alicia is shouting back and taking a step toward Rylan. "The police?" Cal asks. "I haven't even had a chance to look yet. Let's calm down and hold off on calling the police." Alicia hears Cal's words, but they don't quite register. She's too busy staring at the pictures as they scroll by in the app, showing her exactly what photos are also being streamed on the digital picture frame back at the Hubbard house. A digital picture frame that Tina said she would stop by to take a look at, to see if it is glitching. From what Alicia can see, the picture frame is definitely glitching. The 8th picture is of a blurry Alicia with her arms outstretched as she rushes to Rylan. The 9th is of Rylan falling backwards off the step stool. The 10th is of Alicia standing there next to the step stool, her hands to her mouth as she looks down at the floor. The 11th is of the top of Alicia's head as she kneels out of frame. "I deleted the app," Cal says. Then his shoulders sag, and a deep, deep sadness fills his eyes. "No, actually, she deleted it." The 12th photo is of Alicia standing again. She's right next to the step stool. Her hands are coated in blood. Yes, I'll look," Cal says. "I'll call you back." "Cal," Alicia starts to say, but her voice cracks and she can't finish her sentence. With his phone in his left hand, he holds out his right. "Give me your phone." Alicia shakes her head. "Give me your fucking phone." Alicia jumps and throws the phone at Cal. He catches it, bobbles it, then takes a deep breath and looks at the screen. He swipes and swipes and swipes. Then he lets the phone fall from his hands. The sound of its screen cracking as it hits the floor echoes throughout the suite. "I don't know what's going on, but I'm gonna find out," Cal says, and dials on his phone, then puts it to his ear. "Cal, No," he shouts and holds up a finger. Then he closes his eyes and returns his attention to the call he's just made. "Yeah, it's me. I saw them." He opens his eyes and glares at Alicia. Then he turns and walks toward the bathroom. Yes, call them." He opens the bathroom door and steps through it. "I'll be on the next flight." The door closes behind him. The click of the lock can easily be heard. Alicia hurries to her phone, picks it up, and scrolls through the photos again. Then, just like Cal, she lets it fall from her grip. Outside, the far-off sound of the waves breaking on the beach drifts in through the balcony doors. Alicia steps out of the room and onto the balcony. She stares out at the sea, then moves to the balcony railing. Looking down, she wonders if being on the second floor is high enough. Then she laughs at the absurdity of the question. After all, her sister died by falling only a few feet. Alicia stares down at the concrete walkway, and then all the concrete ringing at the resort's main pool. Alicia climbs onto the railing, looks down, and says, "I'm so sorry." Then she jumps. Cal comes out of the bathroom and hurries to Alicia's phone as it lies on the floor, his own phone still to his ear. He picks it up and says, "Yeah, I have it." Then he looks around. "Alicia?" When there's no answer, he snorts and walks back to the bathroom. "Oh, I'm not worried. Where is she going to run to? I have her passport." Cal closes the bathroom door behind him. Thanks for watching. If you enjoy these stories, be sure to click subscribe and check out some more stories here.